Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between the mountains and the sea, there lived a little girl named Lily. She was a curious child with a heart full of dreams and a head full of stories. Lily had a constant companion, a fluffy white rabbit named Thumper, who was her best friend and partner in adventure. Together, they loved exploring the fields and forests surrounding the village. One day, as the sun dipped behind the hills, casting long shadows across the land, Lily and Thumper wandered further from the village than ever before. As they ventured deep into the forest, they stumbled upon a peculiar sight, a shimmering gate made entirely of flowers. The flowers glowed with an ethereal light, sparkling like diamonds in the fading sunlight. "Look, Thumper," Lily exclaimed, her eyes widening with wonder. "It's a magical gate. I wonder where it leads." Thumper twitched his nose and flicked his ears as if in agreement. Lily pushed the gate open, and the two friends stepped through. Instantly, they found themselves in a lush, fantastical garden unlike anything they had ever seen. The air smelled sweet, filled with the scent of roses, and the sky overhead was a swirl of pinks and purples. Giant mushrooms dotted the landscape, and the trees bore fruit of every color imaginable. As Lily and Thumper wandered deeper into the garden, they noticed something strange. The plants and animals in this place seemed to be alive in a different way. A vine wrapped itself around Lily's arm, but it wasn't trying to hold her back. It was pointing her toward a path made of glowing stones. Birds sang songs that carried messages, and flowers whispered secrets in the wind. "Follow the path, child, and you shall find your heart's deepest wish," said a golden rose. Its petals sparkled like stardust. "My deepest wish?" Lily echoed, feeling a flutter in her heart. What could that be? The path of glowing stones wound its way through the garden, leading Lily and Thumper to a towering tree in the center of the realm. Its bark was made of silver, and its leaves shimmered with 1,000 colors. At the base of the tree was a door, barely big enough for Lily to fit through. Thumper nudged the door open with his nose, and Lily peered inside. There, she found a small, cozy room with walls covered in vines and flowers that grew in intricate patterns. In the middle of the room stood a crystal pedestal, and on the pedestal rested a glowing key. Lily reached for the key, but the moment her fingers touched it, a voice echoed through the room. "Who seeks the enchanted key?" it asked. The voice was neither harsh nor friendly, but full of mystery. I am Lily, and this is my friend Thumper," she replied. "We found the gate and followed the path here. I don't know if we seek the key, but we are certainly curious about it," the voice chuckled softly. "Curiosity is the first step to magic, dear child. The enchanted key opens the doors to places beyond imagination, but it comes with a challenge. Are you ready to face it?" Lily nodded, and Thumper thumped his foot in excitement. "Very well," the voice said. "Your task is to bring back the lost spark of the garden, which has dimmed over time. It resides in the Cave of Echoes, guarded by the Guardian of Shadows. You must find it and return it to the heart of this tree, where the magic of the garden shall be restored." With the key in her hand, Lily set out on a new journey. She and Thumper followed the path beyond the enchanted tree, which led them to a dark and twisting tunnel. As they descended into the earth, the air grew colder, and shadows danced along the walls, whispering in hushed tones. At last, they arrived at the Cave of Echoes, a vast cavern filled with shimmering crystals. The air hummed with energy, and the walls seemed to reflect every sound tenfold. In the center of the cave lay a glowing orb, pulsing with a faint, silvery light. But standing between Lily and the orb was a creature unlike any she had ever seen, a tall, shadowy figure with piercing red eyes and wings as dark as night. "I am the Guardian of Shadows," the creature boomed. "To take the spark, you must first solve my riddle. Answer correctly, and the spark is yours. Fail, and you will remain trapped in this cave forever." Lily swallowed hard, her heart pounding. "What is your riddle?" she asked bravely. The Guardian of Shadows spoke in a voice that echoed throughout the cavern. "I am not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, but water can kill me. What am I? Lily bit her lip as she thought. Not alive but grows, needs air. Water can kill it, ... double quotes she muttered to herself. Her eyes drifted over to Thumper, who was staring intently at the glowing crystals around them. Fire, she cried. The answer is fire. The Guardian's eyes flashed red, and then the shadowy figure slowly bowed its head. You are correct, it said. The spark is yours. The Guardian of Shadows stepped aside, and Lily approached the glowing orb. As she touched it, the spark's light intensified, filling the cave with a warm, brilliant glow. With the spark safely in her hand, she and Thumper made their way back to the enchanted tree. When they returned, Lily placed the spark into the hollow at the heart of the tree. Instantly, the entire garden seemed to come alive. The colors grew more vibrant, the flowers bloomed wider, and the air became rich with magic. The silver tree shimmered like the moon, and a melody filled the air, like the ringing of tiny bells. Thank you, Lily, the voice from the tree spoke again. You have restored the magic of the garden. The enchanted key is now yours to keep, and it will open any door your heart desires. But remember, magic is not for keeping, it is for sharing. Let it guide you to help others in need. Lily smiled and looked at Thumper, who was hopping happily around her feet. I will use the key wisely, she promised. With the key in her pocket and Thumper by her side, Lily turned toward the flower gate. Just as they were about to leave the garden, a small, glittering creature flew down and landed on her shoulder. It was a tiny fairy with wings like a dragonfly and hair that sparkled like the night sky. Wait, young adventurer, the fairy said. Before you go, I have a gift for you. She waved her tiny hand, and a small pouch appeared, filled with sparkling dust. This is fairy dust. It will allow you to call upon the magic of the enchanted garden whenever you need it. Use it sparingly, for magic is precious. Lily thanked the fairy and tucked the pouch into her pocket beside the key. She and Thumper stepped back through the gate, and in the blink of an eye, they were back in the familiar forest, the flower gate behind them now just an ordinary arch of vines. As they walked home, Lily couldn't help but feel that something had changed. The world seemed just a bit more magical, the air a little sweeter, and the stars above a touch brighter. She knew that wherever her future adventures would lead, the magic of the enchanted garden would always be with her. Lily spent the days that followed helping others in her village with the magical gifts she had received. She used the fairy dust to heal sick animals, brighten the crops, and even bring joy to a little boy who had lost his way in the forest. She never forgot the voice's words. Magic is not for keeping. It is for sharing. One evening, as she sat under the starlit sky with Thumper curled up beside her, she took out the enchanted key and wondered what door she would open next. With a smile, she whispered, "The world is full of magic and wonder, my dear Thumper. And thanks to our adventure, we know just how to find it." With that, she drifted off to sleep, dreaming of the adventures yet to come, while the little white rabbit kept watch by her side, ever her faithful companion.